Hey y'all. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm dumb close to the camera. What the hell? Wait a minute. Let me fix this. Okay. Where did the chat go? Damn it. Okay, here it is. Hey guys. Can y'all oh, hello from Ohio. What's goody? Can y'all drop your location in the chat? I want to see where everyone is from. I just want to see what my range is on today. You feel me? Let's see. Hello, people. Okay, St. Louis, North Carolina, Washington. Hey, okay, what's good? Pennsylvania. This is so cute. I love that. Toronto, hey, Florida, Savannah, okay. North Carolina to Alabama, okay. Michigan, London, oh my God. Wow. So cool. Florida. Arkansas. Oh my goodness. I really didn't realize all of these people were fucking with me like this. That's so dope. London again. Okay. This is awesome. Okay, Dominica. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, it is hot in here. Damn. Oh well. All right, y'all. Well, as you can see from the title, we are here to talk about Locs and spirituality. Okay. How do you bring it back? Whatever. Locs and spirituality, okay? Okay. I see. I'm looking at the chat again at the locations. All right. Yeah. I know a lot of people have been asking me about this topic. I think more so you guys just want to talk about it. So I figured a live would be the best way to do that. So I jotted down some talking points for us. And y'all can feel free to chime in, like throw in some questions, some inside thoughts, and we can discuss as a group. Okay, this is a community forum today. All right. Oh, someone said you thought it was a premiere? No, it is a live. All right. So I guess we should get started, huh? It's kind of awkward, to just start talking on live. I'm still kind of getting used to this whole thing. But anyways, Locs and spirituality. All right, so I'll just speak on my experience, right? One thing I've realized is that having Locs isn't just an automatic portal or gateway into a spiritual journey. It's not automatic. I feel like it has a lot to do with your intentions for the journey. Is it style or lifestyle for you? Or even if you don't have a set intention, it's are you open to the process? Because I've noticed that, at least for me, when I started, I was not thinking about being spiritual about it. I was just thinking about getting my hair out the way and how to not have to deal with styling it so much and take my energy and focus off of how I look. So yeah, I kind of just went for it, but I was already on my meditation vibe, my yogi vibe. So I feel like starting my Locs journey kind of just paired it nicely. What I was doing mentally and spiritually coupled with my physical, you know? Oh my God, oh nah, I'm gonna have to open a window in here. It is hot. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Okay, I'm back. Okay, well, hold up. I'm seeing some. Oh, thank you guys about you said my hair is beautiful. Thank you. I'm 7 months Loc, and I would love to know about the connection of Locs and spirituality, right? And do you do yoga? Yes, I do yoga. So that's what I was saying. And as far as what you just asked me about being 7 months in, Locs and spirituality is if you're open to evolving and truly growing on all levels, even when it's uncomfortable, then Locs is a great way to enhance that process, because you're literally going through a physical transformation. You don't know what you are going to look like at the end of it, or if there will be an end. It's like a surrender that you're doing. And if you know anything about spirituality on any level, surrender is a huge part of that process, right? It's like letting go and opening yourself to the unknown and not trying to be in control so much. So with your Locs, like, even though you might go in and you have an intention for how it's going to look and how you want it to turn out, you really don't know. So you still have to be led by your faith and just trusting the process, like relinquishing that control. Yes, mind, body, and spirit perfectly in tune, exactly. And one thing about it, like the phases of the journey is like that mind body connection, because it's like it's in the baby Locs, teenage phase, starts to change a little bit, and then it moves into maturity, right? And like with your spirituality, it's like that. It's an up and down cycle, well, roller coaster kind of ride. It's like you don't know how it's gonna go, but you just go with it and you adapt as you go. And everything you learn through styling your hair and trying to figure it out, what it needs, how it's gonna thrive, what you need to change about your lifestyle in order to nurture your hair's transformation, and then watching it grow and change is like a visual representation of what's happening within yourself and your spirit. And like it's even helpful for reflection purposes, because as you reach another milestone in your Loc journey, it's kind of like a video game where you reach another level, and for each level you have to go through some obstacles and challenges and probably do stuff over and over again until you defeat the level and level up, you unlock something else. It's like that with your Locs and your spiritual journey intertwine. The more you learn about your hair, about yourself, the more you unlock in the journey, right? Let me take a sip. See what the chat is talking about real quick. I'm scared of the letting go part. See, the most fun and the most expansion really takes place when you let go. And I know for a lot of people that's difficult. It's definitely been like that for me too at times, letting go. But really, your energy is so powerful, your energy is so precious. And when you spend it all like trying to control every single thing about your life and how your hair moves and operates, you're kind of depriving yourself of a real transformative experience, because you have no concept for what it's going to become. You know, so letting go is necessary, even if it's not with Locs, just anything that you do. You have your intention for it, but then you also have to detach from that and not be attached to the outcome, because your concept of the outcome might be like a tiny piece of what it actually will become, you know? I hope that's making sense for people. Hold up. Scroll. Yes, I'm learning to surrender and just let my hair be. And that's also what I'm learning to do in all aspects of my life. Exactly, because whatever you practice with your hair, you are already practicing within yourself. Patience, being mindful, being like intentional and careful, and really trying to learn. Like if you go into life with the mentality of being a lifelong learner and realizing that you don't know everything and you won't ever know everything, it frees you up to receive more. You can receive more downloads. You can receive more from your experiences, because you've recognized that you don't fucking know everything. So there's so much to learn, you know? Let's see. Hold up. I'm here for it. I'll be 3 months into my journey and wish I would have done it sooner. I had the same realization. I was like, damn, why was I fronting on myself? Like, I was really fronting and talking about I didn't want to lock my hair. And then when I finally did it, I'm like, bruh, if I had done this from, like, when I see kids with locks, I'm like, yo, your parents, they're blessing you right now because you are like light years ahead of the curve. The whole thing with locks is letting go, at least if you're not doing it for style purposes, but it's letting go of an appearance, an idea of beauty, a way you're supposed to be, being uniform, being defined. Like, you're letting go of all of that, and it's like you're not distracted by that so much anymore because that energy, you're turning it inwards. Is that making sense? Like, you're not giving a fuck so much about your appearance, and that frees up the energy for you to tune it into yourself and what you can master within yourself, you know? Okay, wait, I'm seeing something. Y'all, can you use the super chat for long statements and questions so that it can pin and I can read it? Because it's disappearing really fast and I'm trying to keep up. So hit that super chat. Okay, I'm still in the teenage phase and it definitely was hard to let go. Locks and the journey is different for everyone. See, it's disappearing. Soon enough, you will learn whatever comes out of your bonnet. I did not expect it to go that way. But even still, like, facts. Soon you will learn. Soon you will learn. And you have to let go at some point because your locks will have you out here stressing out. If you ever heard of the ego death, you know, it's like you can't control everything. You simply cannot. And your locks will remind you of that constantly. And you got to be okay with it. You learn to be okay with it. And you learn, it's like, I actually don't need to control everything. That's actually okay. And it's less stressful. Huh. You know? Okay. Hold up a second. I'm scrolling through the chat. Damn, y'all said a lot. Okay. Have such a hard time letting go, surrendering, that I've cut mine off and started over twice. Finally, 3 years of combing, blah, 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 10 months in. You know, that's interesting that you say that because I notice that a lot of the time, sometimes people will start their journey over, cut it off, start again, comb it out, start again. And I feel like it's exactly what you're describing. You're not able to let go. You're not able to surrender. So the minute the journey starts to look in a way that you aren't prepared for, or you don't know what to do with it, you don't have control anymore, you're starting to get anxious about it, a lot of the times people will leave. They will stop. They'll not do it anymore. And it's like, but if you just keep going, push through the discomfort. Everything in life that has to grow and transform has to be uncomfortable. It's necessary. So you have to, when you let yourself be uncomfortable and move through it instead of trying to evade and go around it, you can't, there's no shortcuts to this shit spiritually. There's not. You have to feel the things. You have to be in the low and in the dark and in the stress and the chaos and the discomfort and the ugliness. It's not all going to be pretty and flowery and namaste. No. It gets dark, it gets gritty, and you have to be the fuck okay with that. And your locks will show you that you will be okay, because even when they're acting a fool and they're not cooperating, what happens? They're still on your head. They're still growing, though. They're still transforming, but regardless of how you feel, they're still doing what they do. And just like with everything in life, regardless of how you feel, life is still happening. So you may as well get through the feeling so you can get to your life, you know? Yeah. Okay, hold up. Let me get back to the chat. Oh my gosh, so much has happened in here. Oh, but I see a super chat. Oh, you're welcome. It wasn't even a question. I appreciate that. Okay, hold up. Damn, y'all, there's so much in here. I'm not gonna get to everybody's thing. I'm realizing it's so much in here. Hold on. Starting my locks definitely taught me patience in a different way. Now I have a garden. Yes, garden. Yo, I have mad plants. I did not have not one plant before my locks. Not a one. But you know, even with that, so your locks is, people call it your crown. It's your crown chakra. And even in certain religions, they believe that your energy leaves through your hair. So when you lock it, you're retaining the energy and retaining the downloads. You're more connected. It's your antennas. A beep beep boop. Right? You're picking it up. You're downloading. Right? So I've noticed that with my locks, or at least since I made this transition in life, I receive messages from random things that I'm doing randomly. I can be doing laundry, I can be zoned out doing something, whatever. I'll receive a message and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And it just unfolds into something dope. Like, for instance, the first time I went live, it was just me receiving a download. And now it's a thing that I'm willing to do every week with y'all and hold a vibe. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is very interesting. But you have to be open though. If you're closed up and you're still caught up in appearances and your ego is still doing the talking for you, you might end up having to go through some real life shit to shake you up and remind you, like, hello, your spirit though. Like, your ego, yeah, that's cool. That's holding you down. That's letting you know what time it is. But also your spirit is what you are though. So remember that. Like, don't pussyfoot around with your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Don't pussyfoot with the spirit, okay? Spirit is literally everything. All right, scrolling. Oh my goodness. I'm way less subconscious with my locks now. Been locked 1 year and I've changed tremendously. Lit. I'm a kid with locks. Hi, y'all. No, you, Christian, if you are a child for real, oh my God. Well, fuck it. I put this video was not made for kids, so wherever your parents is at. Not making vanity your primary focus. Yes. How you say your name? Tashiana Jordan? I hope I said it right. But facts. Let's see. I found that being locked has taught me to humble myself. I have learned not to take on what's not mine and take in strides what is mine. Yes! Natty Hamilton, let me tell you. Not taking on what isn't yours, because all you have the energy for is what's yours. Whether it's your vessel, your lifeline, like your family, your closest friends, your job, whatever the case, what is yours is all you have the energy for. And especially I've noticed if you're doing your locks yourself, like you're actually washing it, you're actually retwisting and figuring that whole thing out, like what the hell is a retwist? You figure that out. You're actually learning how to moisturize without someone else telling you. I know for me that has elevated my spiritual game so much because it makes me have to trust myself. I have to tune into my intuition. Yo, hold up a second. My lips are kind of ashy right now. Okay. I was smoking a little bit before this. Just a little smoke. Just a little smoke. Ah! That is funny as hell. I am funny as hell. But yes, like having to be connected to my intuition, even part of the whole downloading thing, I'm like, yo, I need to strengthen my connection with my intuition because I don't like the feeling of someone else having to tell me or someone else having to lead me. Like, I want to feel sure in myself, you know? And so what ends up happening, I'm researching random shit like, how do you strengthen your intuition? And then that leads you down a whole rabbit hole. And then if you're about that action and you follow through, now you're actually doing things that are transforming your mindset. You're reprogramming yourself. You're actively creating who you want to be. Okay? Let me tell you, top-notch experience. No one can take that from you. No one can run up on me and tell me anything about me no more. Like, I know myself. I know the good and the bad, and I'm at peace with that. I know my dragons, and me and them things is cool. Okay? I know my demons, my angels. We're all lit out here. Because the spirit is everything. I am everything. Everything is me. I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you wanna know. Okay. That's my shit. Yo, there's so much in the chat. Hold up. Let me catch up. I'm not hella young though, I'm 16. Alright, cool. As an empath, when I get my locks, I know the energy they hold will be full of kindness and compassion. That is what I want in my life. Yes, I love that you're speaking that over yourself. Speak that over yourself. Even like with, like with plants, you talk to them and they respond and they thrive off of that. Talk to your hair. Talk to yourself. Talk yourself through the chaotic moments and remind yourself, like, you got this though. Like, if nothing else, this, you got it. It's yours. Okay? All right. Hold up. I've become a new person since getting my locks. Yo, what did Drake say? To have known me would mean that there's a new me. Because facts. Nobody, people who knew me then, who I am now is like, they have to erase who they thought I was. They have to erase it now. Because even though it is all in me, it's all part of who I am at this point in time, I've had to evolve so fucking much just over the course of my life journey within this lock shit. So much has happened. Like, I've lost friendships, like close friendships, like a best friendship, disintegrated. Like relationships. Well, I didn't have that many, but one very significant relationship, a lot happened there. And even I noticed, like, I got my locks in the last year of that relationship. And it's like the more they matured and the more I became sure about my decision and confident in myself, the more I was like, why am I dealing with this bullshit? It's like I started to power up. I'm like, why would I tolerate foolishness when I have to use so much of my time and effort to figure out my fucking hair? Like, figuring out your hair, and then you go into life and people are throwing bullshit at you and you're like, nah, I don't have it for that. Like, y'all are playing with me right now. I gotta go do this retwist. You know what I'm saying? Like no, whew, man. And people end up being, I've said this before, attached to who you were before. And it's also uncomfortable for people to see you in your lock journey sometimes. It can be triggering for them, especially if there's something dormant within them or some changes that they want to make and they're not doing it. When they see you actively living it through your journey, it triggers them. You start to realize that people are receiving you a certain way that you don't perceive yourself as. You have to learn how to discern between what's true to you, what you define for yourself, and what other people are trying to make your story, what they're trying to force onto you based off of their own perceptions of things. You have to like break through stereotypes and stigmas around getting locks and stand solid, 10 toes down in your decision to do it, because fuck that noise, and really walking around the place with your head up high and your chest out, speaking with your full chest, regardless of how people want to fucking feel about you. That in itself is like a key, one of the keys to unlocking your spiritual self, because you're becoming the most authentic version that you can be with what you know now. And no one can draw your card because you know your cards. I know the deck, all 52 of them things, the instructions as well. Okay, I know the deck inside and out. So no one can tell you, or I'm not gonna say they can't tell you about you, because people perceive parts of yourself, but no one can like define who you are for you. And you start to realize that. the more you get into it. Yeah, let me see. Oh, y'all talking about retwisting, blah blah. Hold on. It's so uncomfortable for people to see the evolution because they have not yet evolved, and it triggers that insecurity in them. Let me tell you. And people will try to pull you down or try to like throw old things that they know about you. So let's say you used to do some shiesty shit back in the day or whatever type of time you was on, and someone who knew you then knows you now in your lock journey, and they see you're trying to meditate or whatever, and they're like, what you doing meditating? Like, nigga, what the fuck is you trying to do? Like, they start to try to shit on you, and it's like, wait a minute, does this person fuck with me for real or not? Because why are they trying to make me feel like shit for being a better person? You start to have these conversations with yourself. Also, talk to yourself. If you haven't been doing that, if you feel that's weird or crazy, dead that bullshit and talk to yourself, because you are spirit. Spirit is you. Everything around you is spirit. And therefore, when you're speaking to yourself, you're speaking to the spirits around you as well. And like I said, you receive downloads. So you can like throw something out there and receive the answer within that one session. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now that's real, because since becoming more spiritual, people have had a lot to say. It's interesting. That it is. Wait, hold up. Damn, I lost it. Why is what I do in my life such a threat? Why is it such a threat to you to see me being my best self? Why does that bother you? And why am I even trying to ask these questions for you? Ask that to yourself, and I'm gonna be out here thriving still. That's the vibes. That's where I'm at now. And this is where I reach in my journey. So that just tells me that the longer my hair grows is... And if you look into the history of locks, like locks were considered a sign of power. And the longer that they were, the more revered you were, you know? Because it's showing your commitment to yourself, your commitment to your spirit, because you decided to say, I don't give a fuck so much about how I look anymore and how I present. I give a fuck about who I am on the inside. So as your locks get longer and they start to do all kinds of things, you activate more of yourself. Like, that's why I'm always saying, when you see people and they have really long locks, like, there's something about them. Their energy is just regal, and they don't even have to do too much. They don't have to say too much. You just feel their presence. Like, that shit is fire. All right, hold up. I'm sorry if I've like skipped questions. There's so much. I'm not gonna catch everything. All right, just letting y'all know that. Although it's called being locked, I've never felt so free with being me. Is such a shift. Yes. Oh my God, it's so freeing. It's so freeing, because you don't have to abide by nobody else's rules. Even if you run up in a job and they're like, bitch, you can't be in here with them locks. Well, fuck you, I'm out. And you can be very confident and assured in that decision, because anything that is for you isn't going to try to make you turn yourself down, you know? Also, just for those who might be wondering this, being spiritual doesn't mean that you're all prettied up and nice and all that other shit. Humble, meek, weak. That's not what it means. It means that you are very clear about you, your purpose, your role in this grand scheme of things, and you're not going to allow anything to deter you from that. So that requires a level of sharpness, like fierceness, passion. Like, you have to be brave. You can't really give a fuck about how you come off to people anymore. Being respectable, none of that is valid or important in this spiritual game. What's important is you. How you feel and how you move in this world and what you do with your energy. That's what's important. Boop, boop. Let me take a... Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, hold up. Hold up. Do you have book recommendations about Locs history? I haven't read any books about the history of Locs. Like, I got my information from doing research on the internet, but then also being around other locked heads, Rastas. I'm connected to Jamaica through my lineage, my family, me, Jamaican. So there's just things that you pick up along the way, especially if you pay attention. But yeah, I did my research like intentionally looking it up. I haven't read books on it. So there's that. Dang, I need water now too. You better pour up some water. Pour up some water. Boundaries are great. Yes. Queen, I caught you. Yes, Crystal, you're in here. You better come through with the vibes. Yes, Crystal. Hold up. I'm like, if you like it, I love it, and let them figure it out. Facts, star eater. Like, that's it. That's all you got for people now, because you've got to go get a retwist. Like, you got to go wash your hair. You got to go adorn your crown. You got to go take care of you first. You guys know the oxygen mask theory? I'm going to tell you anyway. It's, you know, on the plane, they tell you if the oxygen mask comes down, you have to put it on yourself first before you put it on the child next to you or whoever next to you. And the whole concept is that you cannot be of service to anyone else before you're of service to yourself. If you can't fucking breathe, bitch, how you gonna make somebody else breathe? You know what I'm saying? If you aren't solid within yourself, if you aren't feeling functional or at your best or whatever it is, how can you show up in the world for other people at that level of yourself? Right? Oxygen mask theory. So you learn to have boundaries and say no sometimes. You no longer have time to be a people pleaser because it's about you pleasing yourself. Facts. Please yourself. Do it for yourself first. Then you can show up in the world as whatever. Okay? Can't pour from an empty cup exactly. You simply cannot. You want to pour from your cup being overflowing with energy because you filled yourself and now you have so much more coming out to give to others. That's the best way. Otherwise, you end up depleted out here and niggas is thriving off of you instead of you thriving off yourself. You feel me? Okay. What do you think about interlocking and other methods of locking as far as spirituality? I don't feel that that's relevant. Interlocking, you mean like interlocking versus palm ruling or whatever you do for your retwist? I don't think it's relevant. I don't think it's relevant. Yeah. Yes, for years I listened to people tell me you too pretty and hair too nice and nice to mess up with locks. You see, people be confused. So happy I stopped listening and did what my spirit was leading me to do. Yeah, because people will lead you into some bullshit. Like, for real. And it might not necessarily be intentional. It's just they can't lead you for you. They can't lead you for you. Like, you have to lead yourself always, and you lead yourself by tuning into your internal guidance, your spirit, your intuition, everything, aligning everything and opening yourself up and surrendering and receiving. That's how you lead yourself. And then through doing that, you wind up leading others through your example. Like, it never has to be a thing where you're telling people what to do or someone has to tell you what to do. No, through your example. That's what it means to do the work. You're literally healing yourself or evolving and doing the work. You're present in your journey. And that looks like something to people. So people are watching you from the outside and it triggers something within them. Whether they're receptive to it or not is their business though. Once again, can't do nobody else's work. All right. There's so much power in a loose fro, 100%, but my hair was leaning and guiding me in a direction, so I decided to step onto that path. Facts. Because the loose fro, facts, it's also your antennas and reception, so facts to that. However, I feel like this is the next level after that of connecting I've noticed. I've been natural almost my entire life. Oh wait, this was like the first part to what you said. I'm gonna move on up. Yes, you have to take care of yourself first. I've learned that the hard way. And like I said before, right? You can receive the download, or you can learn through it coming in another fashion, and it'll shake you up. And trust me, I've been shaken up. I've been shooketh a few times. And I was like, all right, damn, I got it. Shit. I'm not trying to learn this again. Heard you. Copy, I receive it, and I will do better. I feel like getting locks is just as freeing as a girl who shaves her head. Facts. Facts. And speaking as a girl who shaved her head, facts. Like, that level of free is this freeness you tap into with locks. Because it's the same thing. You have to fight against stereotypes about your femininity now that you've cut your hair, or now that you've locked your hair. Now all of a sudden you're not feminine. Or people's perception, now you're too aggressive, you're intimidating, or whatever. And you start to realize these are all projections from other people who haven't done the work. You start to realize that, because how the fuck does my hair affect you? How? It's like you start to discern between your true voice, what is really you, and then what has been put on you, or your conditioning, or your subconscious mind. Like, you start to get to the root of, where did all of these ideas come from? Who put them on me? And then sifting and sorting through it and finding your own truth out of all of that. Hold up. I found that some people think that if your locks don't look like Bob Marley, that you didn't have a real journey. That's true. I know that's not true, but it true as in people think that. I know that's not true, but it's crazy because it goes right back to what you were saying. Love yourself. Exactly. Is it just me? But I find that Black people are not perming or getting waves that much and are embracing their hair. And I love to see it. I love to see it. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. You know, from time to time I look back at my perm pictures and I'm like, what the hell? What was I doing with this? And you think, like, I really thought I was killing the game, bruh. Getting my fresh washing sets every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks is my schedule. Getting my perm every 6 weeks. And I thought I was doing something. But then I look back at the pictures and I'm like, yo, so much damage, so much breakage. My hair wasn't growing past here. None of that. This is the longest my hair has ever been. And this isn't even crazy long, but longest it has ever been, bruh. Like, we really were out here putting perms in our head. For anyone who's in the chat right now, watching now or whatever, and you have a perm, I'm not trying to shade you. I'm just trying to make you aware or bring the light to the fact that why are you doing that? Really get into it. Why am I perming my hair? For what? What is the benefit of it? Why do I feel those things are benefits? Whose idea was this? Yes, we know Madam C.J. Walker and all the things, but what made her decide to do that? You know, have all of that. Have that whole conversation with yourself. I feel prettier with locks than I did with my perm hair. And yo, when I had my perm, I thought I felt pretty until it started to get raggedy, and it's like, now I need to go back for a washing set. But with my locks, same. Like, I feel the most beautiful I've ever felt. Even when I'm bummy as fuck, I got sweats on. I do a messy bun, it's leaning to the side, and I still feel so beautiful. Like, everyone deserves that kind of feeling. I really feel that way. You deserve to feel beautiful in your truest essence. For real. Now that I've locked my hair, I've been seeing so many people with locks. I love it. Love it. Curl Maverick. Love it, love it, love it. Literally looking back at my pictures like, girl, you knew that wig was not it. Facts. Oh my God. Like, it's like, what was I doing? Oh my God. And you really start to see like, bruh, someone convinced me that I needed to do this to my hair to be beautiful. And it was a lie. Like, man, they did a number on us, but we're taking back our power, reclaiming our time. All right. My 9-year-old son used to hate when I would straighten my hair. Yo, kids will tell you, bruh. First of all, they love just your hair. Whatever the texture, whatever it is, the natural version of your hair, they love it. Even one of my students, she's Dominican, and her hair is like 3A, kind of, you know, loose curls or whatever. And she's always saying, Miss Sammy, I wish my hair could be like yours. And then she came into school, she had some twists, and she's like, look, Miss Sammy, it's like yours. I'm like, you better, yes, little baby. They love it. They love it. They love that shit. And they will tell you, like, I liked it better when, why do you straighten it, mommy? Like, why'd you do that? Okay, Onyx. He on the scratch and post mad loud. I passed a girl today on the sidewalk while she was in the salon. We caught eyes and I felt so bad for her. I wanted to help her. What was she doing? Getting the perm or an installation or something? And the fact that you locked eyes, you probably sent her a message just in that brief interaction. Like, that probably stayed with her. She went home. She's like, damn, that girl had locks and they were fire. What the fuck am I doing with this in my head? You don't know. Maybe you have no idea. God bless her, though. I wish her the best. I went to a majority white school. Oh, Jesus. So I tried to get my hair as straight as possible, and they will let you look a fool out here. Them white people. Anyways. It wasn't until I went to college where it was way more diverse, and I saw natural hair that I decided to go natural. Facts. Like, you know how they say representation matters? When you see yourself in other people, that's another thing with locks and just spirituality in general. You see that you're connected to everyone and everything because spirit is life. So as long as you hold life in your body, you're connected to other beings of life. You know, so you start to see yourself in other people, the good and the bad, you know? And when you're able to do that, you see what it is within yourself you want to amplify and what it is within yourself you want to adjust. Because if you see it in someone else and you don't like it, now you have to see why you don't like it. What is it that I'm carrying that is being mirrored back to me through that other person? Am I okay with that? Okay, I'm not okay, so what am I going to do about it? You know? Facts. Pat myself on the shoulder for that one. Now you want to know the truth? Ask a kid. Yup. A child, you can get locks, or you can just ask a child directly. One of those will lead you to the truth. For real. I was in the DMV not too long ago getting my driver's license, and I swear that every black person who walked in had locks. So there is proof of black people accepting their natural beauty. I tell you, I love it so much, yo. And you get to see the range. Like, if you look through the history of our hair and styles and what was going on at the time of each look, and then you see where we are now, and you see what's going on at the times, it's like very interesting. It's very interesting. But anyways, I love to see the variety, the range, the creativity. It's just like, what is a limit? There is no limit. The limit, what is it? The limit does not exist. Mean Girls. The limit does not exist. I wish there were women like this around me because this chat is just lit. I love the energy. Oh, that's so sweet. Listen, just because you said it, you're calling it into yourself. All right? Like-minded people unite. I like that the universe is constantly sending messages. It sure is. It sure will. Living in New York City, every time I see someone with locks, it's like a mutual respect of each other's journey. It's just like when it's like mad white people and then two black people from across the room, they feel each other's presence, looking around, oh, eye contact, the head nod, like, all right, okay, go. Like, we're here. Now we're here. Same page. It doesn't even have to be said. Like I said, everything is connected. So it's just felt, and you've received the message. Couldn't pay me to put them chemicals back in my hair. Child. Couldn't. No amount of money. None. Someone could run up on me right now with actual $1 million in front of me, like right now, and I would say, fuck no, to like perm my hair or cut my, fuck no. Okay, no, I will not. Yes, the energy in the chat is lit. It's lit. And guys, once again, I'm gonna remind you, exercise the super chat because I'm missing so many comments. I can't differentiate as quickly as I need to. The super chat helps me to track it and see it. And it also puts a little coin in my pocket, so there's that. Okay, hold up. Yeah, starting Locs was the best decision I've made in a minute. The best! And this is DJ Phoenix. Girl, I follow you on Instagram. Your locks are so cute. They're so cute. Y'all, follow DJ Phoenix on Instagram. She's a lock goddess. She's a DJ. She's fine as hell. Just all of that together, okay? Go follow her. Big her up real quick. Hold up, wait. Breaks my heart when places or people tell kids or adults to cut their hair. Like, why? Why? And you really start to see how much of this shit is designed to infringe upon your own autonomy. You really start to see it. Because like I said, it's your hair, it's your life. Your hair has no effect on anyone else. It literally does not. And yet they go so hard to control it or to decide what it's supposed to look like. And it's like, first of all, bitch, who the fuck are you in my life to tell me what my hair is supposed to do? Like, what? It don't make sense. And you start to see it in everything. Like, everything is set up that way. So it makes you even more protective of your peace, your sanity, your sovereignty. You're more protective because you're like, bruh, if something as simple as my hair is grounds for this kind of energy, what other things are they trying to do to control me? The air that you breathe, the water you drink, the food you eat, the things you consume, what's played and regurgitated constantly in mass media, you start to realize they are trying to control me. Wow. And it's like, why? Why do that? Why do this? Why? Wait a minute. Absolutely, Sammy, third eye open for real. Okay? For real. Why white supremacy? We like, why? It's all made up bullshit by a group of people and their ego and their need to preserve their dominance over other people. Like, the whole concept is fuckery. It's foolish. And it traps so many people. People are so caught up in the white, like, standard. And it's like, why? Like, these motherfuckers. Anyways, I'm not gonna spend this live talking about that. I got a question. Can I get locks with finger coils and gel? I don't know. I know I sound dumb. First of all, you do not sound dumb. Don't speak to yourself like that. Second of all, yes, you can. You said finger coils and gel. Yes, you can. Finger coils. A finger coil, the only difference is you're not using a comb, but it's still a coil, you know? So it'll still do it. If that's what you wanted to do, it'll do it. Okay, I see a super chat. Thank you, Crystal. You better come through with a super chat. I love a super chat. Gotta get the little one in bed. Okay, I'll catch up on the full video later. Thank you per usual, Queen. I appreciate you. Roll to 300K and beyond. Yo, Crystal, you just be feeding me so much energy, so much life. Like, you're so dope, and I'm so grateful for you. So grateful. You have a blessed night, girl. Okay, thank you. I've been trying to understand for months. Yeah, you got it. Don't even worry about it. America's society works in favor of white people, and they don't want minorities to be great. Stop trying to control me, fool. Stop trying to do it. Stop trying to do it. Why don't you figure out your own shit? You so worried about me and my shit. That'd be my whole thing. I saw this little boy on IG with Wicks, and he was too cute. Yo, Wicks are so funny to me, like how they move. Like, especially on kids, like it's so in line with the kids' energy, like playful and just like silly. Thank you, PJ Weekly Art, for the super chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Your favorite oil? What's my favorite oil? I guess coconut. I haven't thought of a favorite oil, but I'm saying coconut because it's in a lot of the things I use. And whenever I'm mixing up an oil for myself, coconut is like the base. So I'm gonna go with that. Coconut oil. You are my lot goals for sure. Thank you. That's so dope, but become your own lot goals. Boom, boom. All right, I'm about to scroll up through the chat and see what I can catch. Hold up. Yeah, I've always had long hair, and when I went natural, people had something to say. Like my hair long. They liked my hair long. Then when I locked it, was like, oh, now you have good hair. Why? Oh, they're saying like, no, you have good hair. Why'd you lock it? It's like, what the fuck is good hair, first of all? Like, let's remind ourselves where these programs came from. Remind yourself where they came from and ask yourself why you still enforcing them in your life and trying to project it onto other people. Are you trying to enslave me, Barbara? Like, that's what I would say to people who throw that shit at you. If they talking about your good hair, it's like, why are you trying to enslave me? And they're gonna think it's dramatic, but then you can follow up with a, do you remember where this whole program came from? Remind yourself, like, remind yourself. Get the white man out of your head. Exactly, I just feel like they were so close-minded. Whew, child. Everyone told me my hair looked crazy till they matured and dropped. Fake. Yo, the way the switch up is crazy, but you know what? They needed to see it. They needed to see you do it so that they can shatter some programming and restrictive mindsets that they've been operating from. You feel me? Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. I thank you for the super chat. This is so cute. Wait, hold up. My family is so disappointed. Oh no, I locked my hair. Yeah, they're so disappointed I locked my hair. They look at my hair when we hang out and not me. Yo. Oh my God. First of all, rude. That's rude as hell. You should look at one of their, you should find, this is kind of fucked up, but find an insecurity of theirs and stare at it. And let them feel like self-conscious real quick. Cause why are you doing that for? And first of all, you looking at my hair cause it looks cute today? Thank you so much. Like, flip it on them, cause they're wildin', like. And I don't know what their life story is, what the heritage is or whatever, but fuck that. Remind yourself of why you locked your hair and stay solid on that. Everything else is noise. Locks and spirituality. Okay, everything else is noise. Get familiar with yourself and stay solid in yourself, regardless of public opinion. Because public opinion changes. Remember that. So don't be caught up in that. Hold up. Yes, stare at the insecurity. Yep. Legit. A customer at work told me my hair is inappropriate. Bitch. Okay, let me finish the thing. And I should feel ashamed for having it out. Was this a white person? But it could have even been a black person or anything else, because there's internalized racism as well. So there's that. And it was lightweight, kind of hurtful, but I know I look good. Yeah. And it does hurt when people are so against and they're so adamant about making sure you know that they disapprove of you. But once again, that's where the spiritual part comes up. It's like, recognize that and recognize that they're restricted by their own limited beliefs. And it's not your job to get them out of that. Your job is to stay firm in who you are and love yourself and be a living example of what that looks like. Because too many people don't even know what it looks like to love yourself. So be that in the face of all adversity. That's where the actual test comes in. It's easy to love yourself when everyone's agreeing with you. But do you love yourself still when you are facing opposition? Do you still stand firm in your decision when people are challenging you and try to convince you that you're wrong? Like, that's where the work is. That's where you apply what you've been practicing, you know? To that customer, fuck her. She, like what? She's wild for that. What's your opinion on non-black people wearing locks? I feel like, you know, if you gotta force it, it's not for you. And that's all I gotta say about that. If you have to force it, it's not for you. That's it. What is your favorite style you've ever done with your locks? P.S. You're beautiful and I love your videos so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But my favorite style, I don't think I have a favorite style. I guess like there's styles that I do all the time, which is like half up, half down, usually in a bun, like a bun right there, and then the rest of it is down. Or favorites. I don't have a favorite style. I love them in all of the ways. In all of them. Hi Sammy, I locked my hair January 14th with 2-strand twists. How long did it take for you to get used to the frizz down the ends of the 2 strands? Just asking about your experience. How long did it take me to get used to it? I don't... Because it didn't really bother me enough for it to be like I need to get used to this. Because I had already been wearing mini twists before, and those get frizzy. So I had experience with frizz. So it didn't catch me off guard. But I would say just for you, just to know, the frizz is adding to the volume and the character of your hair. It will go away. This is my hair now, right? It will go away as it matures. There's no guarantee how long that will take. That's part of the surrender. You're not gonna know everything about everything prior to the fact. Just vibe with it. Just roll with it. Just go with the flow. Okay. You might have gotten to this question before, but do you know why your front tendril locks curl like that? I'm curious. Yes, I do know why. Because I twisted them. Look. Wait. I'm gonna show you an example. See this? See how this is crinkly too? It's because it literally was twisted onto this lock. Twist, twist, twist. When it was damp, of course, and I let it dry. And I literally did 2-strand twists with my edges. That's how. So if you're looking for a little hack, And that is the hack. Hey love, where did you get your necklaces from? I just joined, so I don't know if anyone asked. I don't if someone asked, I didn't see it. But this necklace I got from Sun Wind NYC. Her name is Ching, and she has spiritual pieces and stuff like that. This necklace, the necklace, like the actual chain, I got from Ancient Aura Jewelry, Black owned. And this chain used to have an ankh, a gold ankh on it. And then I just have now used it as my multi-purpose chain. This stone, I got it from a crystal shop, and my friends wrapped it for me. Matter of fact, check out by K Antoinette. Look her up on Instagram, on Etsy, whatever. She made my waist beads. She made my anklets. She's a dope person, and she's the one who wrapped this for me. And this was just on some her trying, and then it came out like this. I was like, girl, you are amazing. Look at that. She did that. By K, like K-A-Y, Antoinette. A-N-T-O-I-N-E-T-T-E. Check her out. What is the best place to get locked jewelry? I can't say the best place. I haven't tried so many. But my last set of jewelry I got from Sayer's Closet, also on Instagram. C-Y-E-R-E Closet. Sayer's Closet. Girl, your eyes tell that you've been vibing. I have I have been vibing. I have been vibing, okay? Random question, do you have a moonstone? I used to. I had the moonstone earrings before, which I found on Etsy one time. And that was because I had learned about moonstone enhancing your intuition and stuff. So I got the earrings. But I lost them, and I didn't replace it. So maybe I need to get that back in my life. I love the look of frizzy locks. Yes, Christian, you better tell the people. I love the tendrils thing. It's so funny that y'all are calling it tendrils. It's like now I have a word for it. I was just calling them my little babies, my little blue things. What type of locks do you have? What you mean, like how I started it? 2-strand twists? I don't know, like what type of locks do you have? I don't know how to answer that outside of the 2-strand. Vibing. Oh, I love that y'all are in here vibing. That's awesome. Are you big on partying? I really want to start my locks. I'm considering doing them myself this time, but I'm a bit nervous. I need encouragement. Thank you. You got this. Let me see, what's your name? Serenity. You got this. Know that you got this. All right? Whether it be you doing it yourself or you doing all the research you need to do to align with someone who can do it for you. You got this. But what was the question again? Oh, partying. I'm personally not big on partying, and I'm fortunate in that because, like I said, I used to do mini twists all the time. And when I was doing that, I was doing the bricklay parting pattern just off rip, and it worked for me. So with my locks, it was literally just mini twists that I left in my hair. And even still, when it comes to retwisting and stuff, parts aren't important to me, like, and that's just the whole part of presentation. Being clean cut isn't like the goal, so I personally don't care. But I recently learned that your parts do play a huge role in how your locks turn out. I guess I got lucky because I already knew my hair and how it would act. So, but apparently if you do certain parts, like your hair density and texture is important with determining what kind of parting system you want to use, because certain parts might be too big for your hair texture or too small for your hair texture. I learned that if you do diamond parts, that's good for people with looser natural hair, like 3A, 3B, 3C, because I don't remember why. I can't give you the full breakdown because I fully just realized this. I just came into this information, but I would suggest you look into it. Like, look, there's some videos. What's her name? Curly New Growth has a video talking about parts and why it's important and all that kind of thing. So I hope that was helpful for you. My locks all over the place. Yeah, that's how mine are for the most part. As your locks grow, you care less about the parting. Facts. Exactly. Yes, do them yourself. You got it. Yes, remind her. Serenity, you got it. Literally, you're dope. Oh, thank you. I'm a new subscriber. Sending love from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you. Atlanta is lit. Lit. Oh, Atlanta. Man. Let's see. Send you positive vibes. Yes, good. Very good. Very good. I love it. I love to see it. Diamond parts give a fuller look. Yeah, that's what it was that they said. Thank you for that. So it seems like you guys are like answering questions among yourself. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to like talk about. Oh, we pretty much covered all the little things. That's dope. There's a friggin' gnat in here. Okay, back to the chat. Haven't seen my locks proper in about 2 years. Okay, all right. Well, they from ATL and I'm from the STL. What's STL? STL. What is that? I don't know what that is. I gotta read the full thing. Great minds think alike. So it looks like we pretty much covered really what I wanted to say about locks and spirituality. If you guys have any final thoughts or questions to throw in there, throw them in now so we can get into it. Because otherwise, I'm not trying to stay on this crazy long like I did last time. I was OD'd last time. I love the no retwist look on locks. It always look fuller to me. Yeah, like the volume. But this is a retwist, but still, yes. Scrolling, you're glowing. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Wait, you're glowing now, but did you go through the phase when you didn't feel pretty with them or felt they were too big or too small, etc.? I experienced the phase of not feeling pretty with them from time to time, even now. And that's only when it's just not cooperating. Like anyone who tries to do their hair has a moment in time where it's like, what the fuck? You're not doing what I want you to do. So yes, I have. If you're asking about an ugly phase, I didn't feel like I had an ugly phase, but I definitely felt uncomfortable with how they were acting on certain days. Definitely that. And even like the whole me having baby locks at the front was me being uncomfortable with how my edges were looking, because the hair would always separate from the lock and it was blowing mine. I felt so uncomfortable with that. So that's what led to this decision. Even one time I had cut my sides, which is in an old video. Scroll all the way to the beginning. I cut my sides and it was because I cut off these two locks because they were really thin and weak, and it made me feel insecure about just appearances at the time. I was still going through my ego struggles and stuff. So long story short, yes, I have felt uncomfortable and I have felt unattractive at different points. And clearly, as you see, I've moved past that. I've moved past that feeling. But sometimes it comes up and I have to move past it again. Or move through it, rather. Move through. All right. I just want to thank you for being you, Sammy. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. I love that y'all just fucks with me off the strength of who I am. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh my God. You are beautiful. Thank you. Oh, St. Louis in the house. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Thank you for that. STL is St. Louis. Got it. Appreciate that. Do you have a boyfriend? Eric, Eric, hit me with a super chat and ask that question again. Do you have a favorite crystal? I guess right now my favorite is pyrite, but it's only because I'm wearing it. I have so many crystals. I love black tourmaline crystals because those are badasses. Like they're very good for protection and guarding up and also sending energy back to its sender. So I would say pyrite, black tourmaline, um, carnelian. Like I'm trying to think of favorite, but I don't have like a favorite because each one serves a purpose for me. So I really just go depending on the vibe I'm in and what I feel that I need. And that is my favorite for that time period. How do you feel about awakening while in a relationship and your partner not reaching that awareness as you are? Ooh, it's so hard to deal with, especially the whole you wanting to catch them up. You wanted to like pull them up to where you are, and that actually hinders your growth. It's very difficult, or it can be difficult at times. It can be painful because it's like, damn, like you want to see them reach where you're at, but you have no control over that. So letting go and surrendering is a big theme in those kind of dynamics. And sometimes you have to decide, is it worth me trying to save this person? Because I can't save them. That's not, you can't. That's not in your jurisdiction. They have to save themselves. But for that, I would say do your best to still love and accept them for where they are now. Like thinking to yourself, how would I feel if they were to never change? Would I be cool? Because like that's part of the unconditional love thing, is accepting people for who they are, where they are now. Because anything can happen tomorrow and you don't have them in your life anymore. So loving them for who they are now and being okay with who they are now. And if you're not okay with that, being honest with yourself and with them about what that means for you and the relationship. Like I said, I had a significant breakup in my lock journey because of that. I was like, man, he just wasn't willing to do the work. He was at a point in life where he wanted other people to do the work for him. And I was falling into that pattern for a minute until I got like a year into my lock journey, and I started to realize I am playing myself trying to do this nigga's work for him. I can't do it. I can't. Like that's not for me. I had to let him go. But it's dope too because our relationship transformed, like our dynamic. So now, even though we're not together, we still have this strong, very strong connect. That nigga's my twin flame. Let me just put it like that. But we still know the vibe. The love is constant. The circumstances have changed, but the love is constant. And we know the vibes. And I had to let him go. And in doing that, he was able to have his own journey and then reflect on what I was trying to do with him and recognize, like, damn, you were really trying to help me, but I wasn't receiving it at the time, you know? So I don't know if any of that helped you, but that's my experience with that. Wait. Have you ever had an astral projection experience? I'm sure I have. I just don't remember it in detail to like give it back to you right now. But I definitely have received a lot of downloads in my dreams. Like I've had dreams that I remember to this day, and I learned that it was because I was actually thinking of what was taking place in actual life. Like I was seeing it in my dream. So for the astral projection, I can't say definitively. I'm sure I have. But as far as very vivid psychic dreams, yes, I have. Okay, those shits are here. Wait. Scroll. I need to stock up on black tourmaline. Yes. excuse me. Yeah, get you some. I'm going through the uncomfortable phase now. Erica Finch, it's temporary. That's one thing I urge you to remember always. Each phase is temporary. And when you look at it like that, it's like you can remember a little easier that this too shall pass. You won't be in this phase forever. And the phase after this, you have no idea what it's going to look like. So that's where the surrender comes in. But you got this. And I'm sure they don't even look crazy. I'm sure they look amazing right now. You're just selling yourself short. Don't do that. Love it. Love it. Love the chaos. Embrace it. Opinion on cancers. I am a Cancer, so there is that. That tells you my opinion right there. I love us. We are amazing. Is it better to start your locks on your own? My question keeps getting drowned. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that one. As far as if it's better, I can't say if it's better or not, but I personally started my locks on my own, and I would never change that decision for anything. That was the best decision I made. It helped me take ownership of my journey and my process, and it taught me how to trust myself. Because even at the time when I was saying I was going to start it myself, the person I was with was saying, no, you have to go to a lactician because you need the parting to be a certain way, and they're going to do it right. You don't know how to do it. And here I am. So that's one thing. I learned how to trust myself with the doing it myself part. I heard places in your dream that's unknown are places you were in a past life. That makes sense. That makes sense. How do you cover or wrap your locks? You know, I haven't wrapped my locks in a minute. Like, I actually need to teach myself or figure out how to wrap it with this length now. Because before, what I used to do was like wrap it and like just wrap it around the edges and let it hang out like a palm tree. Or I would do like a full like turban. But now it's so long it doesn't fit in the scarf in a way that looks good to me. So I gotta learn how to do like the Empress lock, the Empress wraps or whatever. Yeah. Wait. Do you believe in soul ties? I'm joining late, but not sure if you've already covered this. I haven't covered that, but yes, I do absolutely believe in soul ties. Like, absolutely yes. Soul ties are a real thing. Like, your spirit and the spirit realm and that whole everything, like I said, everything is connected. So when you're intimate with someone, you're connecting to their spirit. And that gets intertwined, and you can end up being like attached to that person spiritually, energetically, even if you've detached from them physically. And that's why a lot of the times people have to do a lot of cleansing and clearing and healing after relationships or after interactions, because you have connected to someone else's spirit, but you haven't disconnected. Keep that in mind. Wait, let me... I started my locks on my own too. I feel like it made me appreciate my journey more. I tried finding a loctician, but something about it felt off. So yep, did them myself. Same, Curl Maverick. Same. One thing locks taught me is patience. That's pretty much it. Patience is like one of the main things that you're gonna learn. You have no choice. You have to be patient. You can't make them grow any faster than they decide to grow. You can't make them thicken up or whatever any faster than they decide to. Patience. Speaking of dreams, do you believe mostly it's spirit guides contacting you? Yes. Spirit guides, just spirit in general, because it's like spirit is everything. It's everything. But yes, I do believe that in certain dreams it's them contacting me, but I also think it's me reaching out into the ethers. Like I'm plugging my spirit up to the spiritual portal, and whatever I get, I get. So that's how I feel about that. You ever heard of Anunnaki? Absolutely. Anunnaki. Absolutely. Not everybody has good intentions when doing other people's hair. It's sad. Been doing my hair ever since. That's too. Like, you got to remember that energy is transferable. It never dies. It's just transferred. You don't know people's lives. It's different if, let's say, you're loctician, you and that person is cool. You're cool. You've known them. You are able to assess their energy and it feels fine to you. But people carry a lot of energy with them and they're not always aware of it. And if they're touching your hair, your crown, which is the most, you're receiving when your crown chakra is open, you're receiving. So people are in your head and your hands is another chakra. Chakras, you rub it together, it's really hot because that's like a portal right there. But they're putting and they're giving. So when they're in your head, they are transferring energy with you. So you have to be very intentional about who you let touch your hair. Have to. If the energy doesn't feel right, there's a reason you sense that, and follow up with yourself. Listen to yourself. I can't part super well. So with me starting my locks, I've been planning on grabbing sections of hair and just finger coiling. Do you think that's a good idea, like the parting? I think so, because like when you grab your hair, like your hair kind of sections itself off. If you like feel it, like if you really feel the scalp and you like feel it, the pieces that the coil or the curl pattern, there's strands that clump together in that pattern. Like just like when people leave their hair unattended to, it starts to mat, and that's how people can freeform. It's because those sections of hair are just gravitating towards each other. So you can definitely feel around and just decide, okay, these are gonna go together, and they will. So I think you can try that out. You can definitely try that out. Have you ever done DMT? I haven't. I have done other psychedelics. So, oh, I see the shrooms in the chat. That and acid. Listen to acid rap on acid and look at the cover. Do that. Do you have a Caribbean background? Yes, Jamaican and Puerto Rican. Mostly Jamaican though. Like I would say 90% would be the Jamaican. Or 90, I don't know. I'm gonna be back in a little. Bye everyone. Okay. I sage my hair, yes, and body throughout the week to release others' energy. Yes. Sage yourself. Sage yourself from head to toe. It releases other energies, it cleanses energies off of you, but it also creates a shield, especially if you set intentions as you do it. Remember earlier I was saying talk to yourself because you're talking to spirit. As you sage, speak to yourself, speak to spirit. Set your intention, make it clear what you're trying to do. I am cleansing myself of all the energy that is not mine, and I am sealing my energy in. I'm protecting myself, for example. What about ayahuasca? Also, I haven't done ayahuasca. I haven't. I would have to travel to do that though, like go to Peru or something. I feel like I would want to do it that way if I would ever do it. I'm a Cancer, so I think we should be together. Okay, Eric. All now you ain't send me a super chat, but you talking this talk. Oh, now you talking this talk and no super chat in the chat. I knew it. I could hear an accent. I'm from the Virgin Islands. Oh, okay, Virgin Islands. I'm glad you can hear an accent because I feel like I sound so Americanized. It blows mine. So thank you for that. Do you recommend brushing your locks? I do not recommend it because I don't do it. So I can't recommend it. I don't do it. I've tried it a couple times. It felt pointless to me. So there's that. But I've heard other people swear by it. So do your research on that, I would say. I don't do witchcraft. Wait, why is niggas talking about witchcraft in here? All right, boom, hold up. remove. Oh, I was actually trying to remove the person. Let's try that again. Okay. I'm removing someone from the chat, by the way. Boom. Get out of here. Don't come up in here with that kind of vibe. Like, I can't stand when people associate anything spiritual or anything that they don't understand spiritually as witchcraft. Like, do you even know what you're talking about? You clearly don't. Don't speak on something if you don't know. Like, get out of here. Hey, crush, we gotta go on a date. Show your locks and my baby locks off to the public. That's funny. What do you use for cleansing? Like my scalp, my hair? Right now I'm using Dr. Bronner's eucalyptus soap. That's what I'm using right now. I don't know what I'll use when that's done though. We'll see. Yes, you have to go to Peru. Right, exactly. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Eric, you're in timeout because now you pressing me for my vibes and I don't appreciate that. Like, you're allowed to like me and feel attracted or whatever, but you're not allowed to impose yourself on me. That's not allowed. So, my thing is, who made the word witch? And why do they associate with negativity, colonized mindset, to be honest? Exactly. Exactly. I know, right? Spiritual things should not be associated with demonic forces or witchcraft. Like, and that's why I say people don't know what they're talking about, so they don't need to speak on it. Because, like you said earlier, who was it? Dottie? It's associated with negativity just off of people's stigmas, stereotypes, and lack of understanding. And it's like, first of all, there's nothing inherently good or bad. Positive and negative charges exist in everything. So the idea of witch and what comes with that word, like the stigma and the vibe that people attach to it, is so foolish and so limiting. Like, we are multifaceted. We are magical beings, especially when we're in tune with our spirit. Especially when we're in tune with our spirit, we are magical as fuck. And think about who in this world wants you to detach or distance yourself from your magic. Who wants that? And why do they want it? Think about that. Really think about it. Like, people, we got to let go of the programming that's been given to us and receive the truth for ourselves. Straight up. Like, I don't allow people to come up in my space talking about, oh, what you're doing is witchcraft. Like, you sound crazy to me, honestly. Honestly. Like, get out of here with that. Yes, for setting boundaries. Yes, the boundaries. We don't have time for the fuckery in here. I just got in here and I'm planning to lock my hair next year. Okay. Come through with the plans. You might end up doing it sooner though. The more you vibe with me, you might end up doing it sooner. Just letting you know that. Right? Educate yourself first before speaking out. Don't speak on something if you don't know. It's okay to say you don't know. It's okay to say you don't understand. It's even okay to say it scares you because you don't understand it. Because you're being honest and you're coming to a place of like vulnerability. You're opening yourself to learning. But when you come in people's spaces and then tell them what they're doing when you don't know shit about it, like, no, we're not doing that. No. Exactly. We are magical. You bet know it. There's good witches too, I think. Listen, it's all about the intention that you carry. What are you using it for? What are you trying to accomplish? And even for the bad witches out there, they're playing themselves. So, once again, like, that's not even something you need to be concerned with. Palo Santos and sage for cleanse. Oh, that's what you meant when you said cleansing. I'm thinking about my freaking shampoo. Yeah, I use sage. I've used Palo Santo, frankincense and myrrh. Like, burn it, like get the herbs and burn it in a dish. Bay leaf, like literally bay leaf. You can take a bay leaf and write on it whatever it is you're trying to cleanse. You can also manifest with it and just cleanse your space. You can take a bay leaf bath. But yeah, that's what I use for cleansing. But literally one day my mom told me to turn off my lofi music. I don't know, is it lofi? I'm sorry. But it could be feeding, because it could be feeding demonic spirits. Like, let me meditate in peace, the fuck? Yo. And I swear, it'd be like the older generation too, because a lot of the times they're attached to Christianity, which is crazy to me because Christianity is a remix of our ancient Kemetic wisdom and spiritual practices, bagged and repurposed and sold back to us through someone else's lens. That's what Christianity is. But people are so attached to it, and it's like, bro, you don't even know. You don't even know. You created this. This is yours. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. But yo, it's so funny when people are like turned off from the music you're listening to or the vibe that you're on. Even I remember I used to do sage around my mom in the beginning, and she hated the smell. And now it's like she gets it, she knows what's going on, and she loves it now. It's like the perspective shift once you understand what's going on. Anyways, but also, nigga, it means it's working. It's riling up your spirit because there's things you got going on with you. Yes, girl, like, make it make sense. Bailey, for sure, you know something. Yes, and yes, Shay. Yep. Be smart about what you do and have intention when you do it. Straight up. And do it with conviction. Don't be shaky when you do stuff. Be very clear what you're doing, why you're doing it. Make sure that you're not trying to harm anyone, because you're bringing harm to yourself. Everything is connected. I'm going to always remind you of that. Your spirit is within the spirit of the person as well. So everything comes back to you. Be clear in your intention and your energy, and do things with conviction. Yes, it's ours. We're spiritual and magical. Yes, I know, right? My mother burns incense more than me now. See? If was really go into the rules of having locks, a lot of people should be cutting their locks off. No cap. Random question, but your edges are on fleek. What edge controls do you use? Right now, I'm using Got To Be Gel, and it's because my homegirl put me on. I've only been using it for a couple weeks, though. And I use a little bit because I noticed in New York, like with the cold weather, when I use it, it flakes up if I use too much. But if I'm somewhere humid and I use it, it doesn't flake up. So that's been interesting to realize. So yeah, Got To Be Gel, the black one. Random question. Oh yeah, I read that one. You better come with the truth. Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm looking at the time. Okay. Listen, I'm going to have to tune off now. Okay? We've been in here for a minute. Oh my gosh. I'm so grateful for y'all. I'm so grateful for the vibes. Like, we always have good conversations. And let me just say this here and now. Accountability. I will be doing weekly lives moving forward every Wednesday. I think it'll be at 8 o'clock. Maybe I'll do 7, maybe I'll do 6. Depends on how I feel. I'll let you know though. But every Wednesday I plan on sitting down and doing a live. We can come, congregate, fellowship, each one teach one, hold a vibe, and talk the things them. Wait, hold up. Real quick. Like, I just heard not too long ago, if you got locks, you can't date Caucasians. I'm not sure if that's true, but I only like my melanin anyways. But is that true? I have never heard that, but that is hilarious. That is hilarious to me, okay? That is funny as hell. That sounds like some shit a Rasta would say. I don't know if it's true or not, but honestly, I do feel like when you have locks and you're genuinely connected to your spirit, you don't even want to be honest with you. What books do you suggest to read for a spiritual journey? I put it in my last live. Go to my last live where I did the retwist. Was it the retwist? Either the retwist or the get to know me. I wrote the books in the description. I'm just redirecting you because I'm about to get out of here. You feel me? Bye, Sammy. Thank you for this live and curating a great space yet again. You're welcome. Love it, love it, love it. I love y'all. Y'all are the best. Yes, turn on those notifications. Yes, turn them on so you can always catch it. Catch the vibe. All right? Y'all have a beautiful night or beautiful morning, whatever time of day it is for you. I wish you peace, love, prosperity, blessings, abundance, everything. Good energy, good vibes. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So it is. And until we meet again.